me just get this up. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have this opportunity of introducing this guy.
The name is McDonald Hopkinson, alias Boy. Born in Trinidad, grew up in Crep, played soccer with All Hawk Sports Club for many years. Joined the fire service. After joining the fire services, leave Trinidad in 1970. Arrived in Canada here where, we hardly even see black people around. We get more involved with a team and we decided to bring out, well, the team already started as Industrial Scarborough Indies.
Before you go there, because we're dealing with the original people that you met there, when you reached here in 1970, was there any official soccer slash football playing that you knew about?
Hardly have blacks here at that time playing involved
So,
in soccer. About Irish Sports Club, West Indies United, Barbados Sports Club was there too. This I can't remember the other team now, but it was just about 4 or 5 black team. Original team was into the league playing soccer in the TND.
so you didn't participate with anybody. So you just was working or you study or what you did when you came up?
Well, I went to school for about 3 years studying. I was I was a welder fitter, blueprint reading, fabrication. During that time, during my leisure time, more or less in the evening, I drive a cab, try to make it through school.
Okay.
Well, I'm still doing it up to now sometimes, but it's hard to
Yeah,
say.
but you're your own boss, isn't it?
I'm my own boss, yes.
Good. Well,
The
that's
boss
good.
not bringing in money though.
How you find, I know it was limited in our type of people, black people around, but how did you fill yourself around after school? How did you get involved? Seeing that you wasn't involved with the bona fide clubs, you guys managed to form your own niche. Is it guys from the same area in Trinidad or how did that happen?
Well, it was guys from Trinidad, not from the same area, but from Trinidad, and a couple of guys from the teams that I met that I used to play with in Trinidad by bringing out a little recreation team per se.
So what was the name of that team?
The team was Unity Sports Club.
Okay. So you start with structure right away, or you just form a team and then you went into a club?
No, we start to structure the team by having forming a club, and then we went into the soccer.
Okay. So your first big league, you start as a recreational.
Regulation, yeah, like industrial, like an industrial league and recognized by Scarborough Sports Club, which is Scarborough Sports Club now, was Scarborough United, which was the industrial league. And
Okay. Okay, hold on. For the best of my knowledge, your club, was it a spin-off for Scarborough Caribbean or so you guys played with Scarborough Caribbean first?
Yeah, we was playing the name of the soccer team in Scarborough was Scarborough Indies, an industrial league we formed.
Okay.
Started from an industrial league. And Scarborough pull away, well, we end up in a little fight.
A disagreement in terms of physical.
We have a little physical disagreement and physical fight. And we eventually joined the Toronto Soccer League here. In the first, we started in the second division. And some of the guys wanted to play competitive soccer, and they decided, well, they will stay in the TND and play competitive. And the rest of the guys who wanted to play just like a fet match and drink, they formed Caribbean Sports Club.
The Scarborough Caribbean Sports Club?
Right now is Scarborough Caribbean, which a lot of guys
did. Okay. So let me get this right. You were together through an altercation or whatever. You made a decision to go in TND. The one who can play, the better players went TND, and the remnants, as we would call them, stayed with Scarborough.
He was Scarborough, yeah. Form Scarborough Sports, yeah.
Okay, and you signed into that, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, what the Form Scarborough was like guys like who was in the industrial league
What
like
was
Phil
Cyril?
Philip, Cyril, Scratch, which is Claude McLean, he passed now,
Mm-hmm.
which is Felix was another guy.
You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, he was one of the guys in the club. And we still stick together as one. Well, it was Scarborough United, and we stick together as unity, and we still used to have the members and them together.
Mm.
You know,
So okay. So now you're into, how did you guys fare in the TND? So you went in what, second division?
we started in second division and worked our way, I think, into the first division. I think we ended up 1 year in the Premier Division, and we didn't stay too long. I think
Okay.
so,
You
yeah.
you remember what time? Because I know you guys were on the up and up. I remember being around the club in on Church Street, and you guys were practicing over by Fleming on there. I think
Yes,
Alan was the coach at the time.
yes,
You
yeah.
you were pretty high profile. I think that was about the highest. You really, you were looking good at that time.
At that time,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. I think that correct me if I'm wrong, but that could have been the peak
That
of
was the peak.
anything.
Yeah, that was the peak of the season at the time.
Yeah. Okay. So couple of things. The IRE tournament. You guys ever played in the IRE tournament?
Oh, yes. Every tournament is a tournament that we used to look forward for. That was it used to be with Monday or something like that.
Yeah, it used to be on the long weekend, and then
The
it
long
changed.
weekend,
Yeah,
right?
and then it went to Memorial Weekend.
Where they used to have the army and all the guys and them
Yeah,
up here. Yes, yes.
yeah, yeah,
Those were the good days, man.
yeah. So, how did you guys decide to come into Flaminal? Because I remember you guys, and what was Flaminal to you? Because at that time, I think you had a team there, and Scarborough probably pulled out at that time. I think when you were in, I'm not sure if Scarborough was in.
No, I don't think Scarborough was in. Scarborough they pulled out. They formed their own league after a while in Scarborough, I think.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So what your thought about the Flaminal League now?
The Flemington League was a great league, man. That's a league everybody used to look forward to every Sunday morning.
So what do you think was the level of play?
The level was nice. We had guys who, like guys had the ability to do what they have to do, and they really pulled their way around until we run into some problem with outsiders coming in, encourage a lot of little things, a little struggle outside, pulling and tugging, and it's something that had a lot of us together and look forward to on a Sunday morning, or a Sunday evening. Sometimes it go until like late in the evening,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
So what when the club was on Church Street there, I think you had a netball team. You guys were fully diversified.
Yes, we had Unity Netball Girls.
Say, I don't know what happened. What happened? What caused it to dissolve?
I think eventually, guys started to get fed up. Guys started to get older. Guys started to work out of town and they had a family, so they didn't devote themselves too much into the games after a while and the gathering. Changed along the line,
Mhm.
picnics, you know, all over the place. We used to raise a lot of funds. We used to give party at 201 Church Street, which was our clubhouse,
That's
which was
right.
in charge by Dennis Devenish,
Mm-hmm.
whether the main man or
I
wrong.
remember that. Yeah.
You can always remember the guy.
Yeah.
You
I was
know.
the resident DJ at one time too.
Yes, man, and you was here. You was the gate DJ there, man.
Yeah.
Those were the good
Yeah.
days.
That's why I know the club well. I know the club well. So it's kind of sad that you had the start with West Indies to Irie, and Unity is really the third most bona fide Caribbean team. Now, when I start brainstorming with Barbados, but Barbados always seem to be a little under the French. It's
Yes,
like they I don't know, they never surface fully
fully with us there.
like how Unity did, even Mali,
Exactly.
because that would have been the only others I saw besides Unity being the third in the spot. As Sam and I was talking, is you had Mali around that time, and
Yeah.
I don't know
Most
what
people
happened
remember
to Mali.
Mali United. Yes, that was a club around.
Yeah, you would know more about as a driver going around, Mali. Mali was there, but again, it looked like structure was always the club's problem.
Yeah, Unity got a lot of Mali players at a certain time because
Is that right?
we had Boz, we had Duck, we had Lawrence Glynn, we
Wait,
had,
those players play with Mali?
yeah, those are Mali.
Good to tell me. I didn't even remember that.
Yeah, those are guys was it Mali, and when Mali fall, we get all of those guys.
See, I
We had
learned
about five or
something
six
from.
guys from Mali.
I learned something. I learned something. Put me on the right track. Sorry, Mali guy. Your biggest accomplishment in the community is what?
Was the contrast trophy, the contrast games that we played.
Yeah. You remember who you beat too? Because I watched the game.
Uh, I could remember
I think Errol. I think Errol was still playing.
Errol was playing, yeah, Errol was playing still.
Yeah, I think Errol was playing.
I can't remember the team we was playing.
Real was the name.
Yeah,
And
Real United.
Dunkley, Loney played for that team too.
No, yes.
Yeah.
That was a breakaway from the Sunday morning, something like that. Yes.
Yeah. They played. It was on University ground.
Right
In the
by the
circle.
movie.
In the
Yes.
circle. In the
By the
circle.
certain idea of for Hutchinson. Yeah.
Yes.
Hutchinson. Yes.
Yes. I watched the game.
Yes.
Very exciting game.
I don't know if you remember when Moxie, the first game we was in the final, and Moxie, somebody blew the whistle outside, and Moxie picked up the ball, and we lost the game on a penalty shot.
Yeah, but I remember Devonish Trip, they call him Tripper. Tripper had a beautiful game in goal in net.
He was a goalkeeper.
And Johnny Hislop. Johnny Hislop was in your
Johnny
defense.
Hislop, my ball boy, yeah, my boy, Johnny Hislop.
He had a hell of a game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he had a hell
That's the best stop I ever played with, man.
Yeah. So you and Johnny, you guys.
A lot of people used to look forward, especially when Unity playing and we have games to play. Especially the days we had to play police.
Oh, Police Blues.
Police Blues.
Yeah.
These days was days where we end up with all sort of things. And Sam Lewis to be man encourage us. Those were good days.
Police Blues wasn't easy. That's one of the toughest team in TND. You call it, that's trouble now. Maybe that's where the fight happened more.
That's one of the fights.
Yeah. They were ready for that. That
was at Sinclair and
So did you guys ever get into Boyd, Mr. Hopkinson?
Hopkinson, yes, sir.
Hopkinson. How's business? I know you're out there, and I know it's COVID time and stuff. How are you making out?
Really and truly, since March, I haven't done much. If someone called me, I go out and I do it and I come back. But other than that, the business is tough. I don't even know if I could do it again.
So just thanks a lot for the information again, and hopefully wish you all the best.
Yeah, okay, all the best to you too, and be safe.
All right.